ESPN.com continues with their 1 through 10 rankings of positions throughout the NFL. Today it was quarterbacks that was released, and it was Patrick Surtain, again, number 1 from the Broncos, Derek Stingley Jr. from the Texans, 2. Denzel Ward from the Browns dropped in at 3 ahead of McDuffie, Gardner, Gonzalez, Horn, Johnson, the rookie Quinshon Mitchell from the Eagles, 9, Weatherspoon, 10. NFL executive, man coverage ability, premier guy in this area relative to Denzel Ward, veteran NFL defensive coach, really good feet, smooth, comfortable with the ball in the air. He has been good for a long time, has God-given talent that you really can't match. So welcome in Quincy Carrier, Untitled, Unfiltered Browns coverage. Quincy, I think some Browns fans take for granted just how good Denzel Ward is, and I get the durability, and he's been injured, but he is one of the best man-to-man coverage guys in the league.
And he hasn't really been that injured that much, right? Like most of the injury stuff we're talking about is from his first 2-3 years in the league. But the last couple of seasons, he's been closer to 17 games than not. I think last year he even played 16 games for the Cleveland Browns. So he's putting together that consistency. I think his game has aged better as it's gotten older. And he's at a really nice place in his career where I think he's playing some of the best football he's ever played.
Yeah, the scary thing is always the concussions, because those are things that you kind of don't know. But I'm curious. Big question mark on defense. Is it the secondary in your mind?
It's everybody but Denzel Ward, right, that you got the questions about. Martin Emerson has been good before. Was last year aberration, or is he going to get closer and closer to what we saw previously from him? Greg Newsome in the slot, they did some things at linebacker to try to make his life a little bit easier. Is that going to pay off for them? Well, that remains to be seen there. And then secondary, the safety position, right? Grant Delpit, is he going to be consistent throughout the year? Ronnie Hickman, is he going to be able to play that safety position the way that we need him to? There's a lot of questions here. This secondary could be awesome. This secondary could be underwhelming. But, I think it's not definite where they sit right now.
All right, let's stay on the safeties a little bit. First, it was John Johnson III. Then it was Juan Thornhill. And Juan Thornhill, a free safety that plays 2 years and has no interceptions. That's still, I don't get that. Browns had 4 interceptions as a team. Is it as simple as the safeties didn't play well?
I think a lot of the low interception numbers are just because how safe teams like to keep it when they're going up against Myles Garrett, right? Like, you're not going to hold the ball and throw it downfield a ton when Myles Garrett is bearing down on your opposite tackle's shoulder, right? Like, that's just not something you're going to do. So I think teams tend to play a more conservative style against the Cleveland Browns, and that keeps interception numbers low. That being said, you want the Browns to have lower success rates against them in those kind of situations than they have when it comes to the secondary. And I think that's kind of the bigger problem there. I can understand when you got a pass rush like the Browns, you're not going to get a lot of interceptions because you're not going to get a lot of downfield throws. But you should get a lot of other opportunities that should come your way, right? Pass breakups and